Sorry. I'm just moving stuff around and making sure my headset isn't tangled up in 300 different cords, which it currently is. As well. So, things. And we will start to play in just a second, okay? Always the technical difficulties. Never a stream without them. They're our best friend. Alright. Okay, so last time I beat the game and got ending A, and then it told me to play it again. So, we're gonna play it again. And I mentioned that I beat it and stuff on Twitter, and someone did inform me that there are a total of 4 endings.
Whenever I interacted with Kaine, I was reminded about something from my past. Maybe my mind has been confusing her with my sister this whole time. Here we go.
That dialogue was new. Kaine's dreams. Discrimination. The sound of rain filled the village. The steep cliffs that surrounded the area magnified sound, causing even the slightest drizzle to rattle like a thunderstorm. Thin wisps of smoke streamed from huts as the villagers huddled in their homes and waited out the rain. A single child, however, had braved the downpour, who was now wandering slowly toward the wooden hawk-shaped weather vane at the center of town. The wanderer reached the vane, which had existed for as long as anyone could remember, and stared. The child's face was simultaneously delicate and fierce, like a teacup that had sprouted shipwreck. Those traits combined with pale white skin to give the face an almost sexless quality. If the beak turns east, I go home. If it stays west, then I... The child blinked. Rain slowly dripped down the young one's short hair and began its long descent to the ground. Come on. The child felt a slight breeze and watched his veins slowly creep to life. Spinning this way and that for a moment, it finally settled with the beak pointing firmly towards the east. East? Really? Before the vane could move again, a jagged rock came spinning and tumbling through the air, finally striking home against the child's head. The force of the blow dropped the child to the ground as a hail of stones began to fall all around. Oh no, they found me. A heartbreaking smile crept across the child's face as the stones continued their assault. Through the rain, the sound of multiple footsteps grew louder before a voice rang out. Yoo-hoo! Kaine! The voice belonged to Demo. Demo. Worst of all the bullies in the area. As Kaine struggled to stand, a final stone came skittering through the mud and bounced against her foot. Blood oozed from a cut above her eyes and blurred her vision, but she could make out the shapes of Demo and his usual gang of idiots. The boy seemed taken aback for a moment by Kaine's seeming indifference to the blood dripping from her face, but quickly regained his bravado. What's up, freak? You like the rain? You like getting all wet? Or do you finally decide to run away from home? Though she knew it was futile, Kaine turned to leave. Before she could get more than a few steps, the other children scrambled to surround her, cruelty burning in their eyes. Kaine knew those were not the only eyes on her. The tormentor's parents watched from the safety of their homes. She was attuned to this sensation, as one she'd experienced many times before. While some villagers simply turned a blind eye to the actions of their children, many encouraged it openly. In a society ruled by superstition and fear, Kaine was something to be hated, and if possible, destroyed. I didn't say you could leave, freak. Demo's words chewed at her like a worm through an apple. He can't hurt me, she lied to herself. Be strong, be brave. Can't hurt me, can't hurt. Oh look, the little freak is gonna cry. What's wrong? You said that everyone hates you and wants you dead? Kaine prayed for the rain to flood down and carry her away from a world that seemed to have no place for her. But if there were gods, they chose to ignore her. As Demo crept ever closer, the clouds began to thin and the rain slowed. Even the weather hates me. I'm useless. A failure. Wish too much rock had taken my head off. Kaine couldn't meet Demo's leering gaze. She lowered her eyes and stared at the muddy ground below. The bully moved forward until he was inches away. She could smell the scent of old meat on his breath. The boy grabbed Kaine's face with thick fingers and yanked her upward. She tried to turn away, but he forced her gaze back and jammed his thumb against her eyelid to pry it open. You're a freak. No, I'm not. Do you just say no? Demo grinned evilly. You don't say no to me. No one says no to me. Not even taking his attention from Kaine, he called to his cohorts. Come on, guys, let's give the freak what she deserves. As soon as Demo finished, kicks and blows began to rain down upon Kaine. Demo paused, still grinning, as Kaine curled into a ball and tried to make the pain stop. I don't get you, freak. What you acting like a girl for, huh? Everyone knows what you really are. Kaine ignored the question, choosing instead to stare at the weather vane and continued to point east, as if supremely confident what the future had chosen for her. Go home. Yeah, that's a funny joke for someone with dead parents and no home to go to. Freak, chanted the children. Freak, freak, freak. Kaine closed her eyes and listened to the rain, waiting for the pain to start again. As the clutching hands of the village children closed around her, she bent her mind to the sound of the rain, letting it become her world entire. The rain fell. But the pain never came. Only when the laughter of her tormentors turned their terrified cries did she dare open a single blood-caked eye. Kaine was shocked to see Demo sprawled on the ground, holding his head and screaming in pain. She could see blood welling from his face between his fat, twisted fingers. Oh my god, he's crying. He's actually crying. Deprived of their leader, the other children glanced back and forth between themselves, as if waiting for someone to step forward and take charge. When no savior emerged, they began an uneasy shuffle away from Kaine. But the young girl was the least of their concerns. Instead, their attention was rapt on the ancient woman standing a few feet away. After struggling for her breath for a moment, she finally spoke in a voice thick with rage. Hurts like a bitch, don't it? I suggest you scatter before I throw another one. And if any of you little bastards ever touch my Kaine again, I'll do far worse than throw a rock. You can count on it. The older one crouched down and gently touched the hand Demo was using to cover the wound. Before he could think to protest, she ground her palm into the wound and twisted back and forth. Ow! He screamed, leaping to his feet. Stop it! What are you doing? Quit whining, ain't no one ever died from a scratch. Hit me with a rock, you stupid bitch. A big one. That thing could have killed me. The old woman shrugged. Death is the best cure for stupid. Demo's face twisted with rage at her words. Locking his eyes on Kaine, he took a step backward and spat on the ground. Get out. Leave this village. We don't want you here either of you. And seeing the old woman grab another stone, Demo's companions turned tail and ran. As they fled, the old woman grabbed her side and barked out a single laugh. Let the fat boy go. Because he's healthy enough to run from a fight. The woman's smile faded as she slowly turned her attention to Kaine. Kneeling down, she removed her shawl and placed it around the young girl's shoulders. Then produced the cloth from the folds of her dress and began blotting at the blood on her forehead. Oh, Kaine, she said. Why didn't you fight back? You're stronger than that lot. The words of her grandmother stung Kaine, and she turned away. Don't be nice to me, she said. I don't deserve it. Nothing matters anymore. Her tears, held in check for so long, finally began to fall on the muddy ground below. Everyone hates me. They think I caused bad things to happen. They think I'm a freak. Wish I was dead. As Kaine's tears turned to sobs, she felt her grandmother's hands on her shoulders. Despite her advanced age and diminutive size, she was a woman of surprising strength, and Kaine found herself unable to turn away. Don't talk like that, Kaine. It's a river wide and deep that flows between the realms of this world and the next, and it grants no mercy to any that attempt to cross them. You got a duty to fight until your last breath. Understand? The old woman tightened her grip and tried to still the tremor in her voice. You know the pain of losing someone close to you, Kaine. You know because you survived it. As the words hit home, Kaine was struck by the force of her love for the old woman. As a young child, she didn't even know of her grandmother, but when her parents died, the woman quickly accepted her as her own. Grandma, as Kaine called her, was a cunning, vulgar, and quick to violence, and the first few years together had not been easy. But with each year that passed, Kaine and her grandmother had grown closer. However, it was only now, seeing the mud with tears and blood caking her face, that Kaine truly understood the depths of her affection. Here was a woman who had seen hard times, who had seen death, who had fought through all these things and somehow emerged on the other side. If anyone could understand Kaine's pain and loneliness, it was her. Do I make you sick, Grandma? Of course not. Don't be an ass. Kaine drew her grandmother's moth-eaten shawl around her body and shuddered. But my body, it's not normal. If I was normal, then Mom and Dad wouldn't... Hush, interrupted Grandma. I'll not hear another word of this nonsense. You're my granddaughter, and I love you. And if folks have a problem with that, they can just go to hell. With that, the old woman reached up and placed a wreath of dried flowers in Kaine's hair. The skill it took to bend the flowers without breaking the stems or losing a single petal was remarkable, and the beauty of it made Kaine want to cry all over again. Oh my gosh, these are lunar tears. Grandma, you made this for me? Lunar tears were legendary flowers. Most people could live their entire lives without ever seeing one, and yet her grandmother had someone collected a dozen or more. Kaine reached up and touched the wreath though she couldn't believe it was real. Where did you find these? Oh, just stumbled on them one day while I was out doing the shopping. The old woman turned away as she was explaining, leaving Kaine to suspect that the search had been much more difficult than she was letting on. The pains she took to construct the ornament, let alone track down the flower used in its construction, made Kaine's heart hurt. She reached up and gently adjusted the wreath, admiring the way it felt between her fingers. Didn't quite turn out right, said her grandmother. She squinted at these old hands of toil with delicate work, but it sure looks good on a pretty girl like you. Kaine blushed and turned away. You think I'm pretty? Of course you are. What a fool thing to say. Thank you, Grandma. Her grandmother smiled. We're gonna be fine, Yomi, she said. As long as we got each other, we'll be just fine. Kaine took her grandmother's hand in hers, and the two of them struggled to their feet. As they began the long walk home, Kaine gripped the hand with all her might, as if trying to stop smoke from drifting away on the wind. The rain had stopped. Kaine stood beneath the weather vane, watching it spin, lazy circles, no longer caring about the direction it faced when it stopped. I don't need to escape. I have a home now. Grandma loves me, and that's enough. Even if it's us against the world. Kaine let her gaze drift up past the vane into the cloudy sky. The last faint hints of a rainbow were slowly fading. As she turned and headed home for home, the light scattered into a million particles and vanished, seemingly taken away on the breeze. Kaine's dreams. Daily life. In the distance, Kaine heard the steady sounds of an axe striking wood. The noise had a purposeful quality to it, as if she was hearing a master woodsman go about his work. The firewood being produced, however, was as far from work of art as could be. Pieces of every shape and size were being flung about a barren yard with wild abandon. Anyone trying to stack such wood would probably die of frustration before the job was through. Stupid piece of shit axe. Kaine's grandmother flailed away with the axe, filling the air with both splinters of wood and words that would make the most hardened sailor blush. Grandma, called Kaine. What? Yelled the old woman, taking her eyes off the wood for a moment. Oh, is you Kaine? Don't get too close, I might take your goddamn foot off by mistake. She brought the axe down on a piece of wood, sending chips flying in every direction. One spun past Kaine's close enough for her to hear the whistle, at which point she decided to take a step back. Once she scuttled to a safe distance, she cupped her hand around her mouth and shouted, Grandma! Do you need help? I can get you water or lunch or a new axe or something. The axe poised to strike another wobbly blow, paused in midair. The old woman considered her granddaughter's offer for a moment, then smiled. Tell you what, since I'm doing such a piss-poor job of chopping, why don't you come here and take over so I can get the water? She's been restless lately, and I don't want you running into one of them bastards. Relinquishing the axe, her grandmother picked up a long pole with one of the buckets on either end. Gathering water was by far the more difficult of the two jobs, but Kaine knew better than to complain. Once Grandma's mind was set, there was no change in it. Kaine did her best out with the chores, but Grandma took every task that required travel to the village. Though she had a long list of plausible excuses, Kaine knew the real reason. She didn't want her granddaughter to be taunted and harassed by the villagers. Once Kaine moved in, Grandmother decided to take up residence a good distance from the area. Out of sight, out of mind seemed to be the best policy when it came to villagers and her granddaughter, and rare were the days when any but the two of them could be found on the rocky acre of land they called home. Kaine enjoyed the solitude, but harbored a secret resentment that her grandmother was forced to spend her golden years in such a place. Sorry, I just had to catch my breath. After watching her grandmother leave, Kaine turned her attention to the task at hand. She had never chopped wood before in her life, and soon discovered why the old woman hated the chore. Swing after swing of the axe produced only a tiny crack in the wood, and when she finally managed to connect with the solid stroke, the tool embedded itself in the log and refused to budge. This is funny. I actually really personally enjoy chopping wood. Frustrated, Kaine swung the axe around her head and threw it, logging all across the yard. Damn it, oh crap. She suddenly understood the joy her grandmother felt in a good curse. Happier now, she picked up the axe, forced it from the wood, and resumed chopping. She had a natural skill with the blade, but the task was challenging. The blisters soon began to form on her small pink hands. This is tough. And my logs are all weird sizes. Spitting on her palms, ignoring the pain, Kaine redoubled her efforts. Just as she was developing a rhythm, Grandma returned from the village. Setting down her buckets with a small sigh, she took one look at the logs and coughed out a wee stuff. Pretty clumsy, girl. You better practice if you... Her grandmother suddenly collapsed to her knees, causing one of the buckets to wobble precariously. Eyes wide, Kaine dropped the axe and ran to her grandmother's side. Grandma! The old woman shook her head and pointed a trembling finger at the bucket. Get the bucket. Can't let it spill. Kaine steadied the bucket with a foot as she knelt by her grandmother. A small bit of water sloshed over the side and made a new home in the hem of her dress, but Kaine didn't notice. Grandma, what's happening? Crazed with panic, she grabbed her grandmother by the shoulders and shook. After a moment, the woman lifted her arms and batted Kaine away. Stop that. Just stop now, she cried breathing heavily. Ain't like I'm dying. Just tired from the trip is all. Kaine desperately wanted to believe her, but one look at the old woman's shaking hands and worn face told her more than words could ever could. Her grandmother lived a long, hard life to see when the bill was coming due. The time when her grandmother watched over Kaine was ending. Sooner than either of them had feared, the positions would be reversed. Next morning, Kaine came to the side of her grandmother's bed and took her wrinkled hand. Grandma, you're sick and you need medicine. I'm going to the village. The old woman shook her head and tried to rise, but Kaine gently pushed her down. It's all right, she said. I'll be fine. Her grandmother fixed her with a gaze that could melt steel. After what seemed an eternity, she finally lowered her eyes and sighed. Well, I don't like it, god damn it. But I guess I should quit being so stubborn and let you grow up. The old woman watched as Kaine strapped on her boots and made her way down the road to the village. Hours later, as an unseen sun made its way across the dark and rainy sky, she was still watching. Kaine moved at a brisk pace, checking her pockets every few minutes to make sure the money her grandmother gave her was still there. Every noise caused her to spin on her heels, making sure she wasn't being stalked by a shade, or worse, Demo and his gang. When she encountered neither tormentors nor shades, and Kaine finally found herself at the entrance of the village. The few adults she could see glanced sideways, other than muttered to each other behind raised hands before slinking away into the shadows. Her heart racing, Kaine took a series of rapid, shallow breaths. Calm yourself. I have to prove myself. I have to help Grandma. I have to be strong. She chanted those words to herself over and over as she slowly made her way. Finally, her eyes settled on a rotund older woman who was angrily waving her arms in the air and telling anyone who would listen exactly what she thought of Kaine's presence. Hey lady, said Kaine with a bravado she didn't feel. Where's the apothecary? The woman's flabby cheeks shook in bewildered rage. How dare this thing speak to me, they seemed to say, but Kaine saw her eyes held a different emotion. Fear. Yeah, we're both scared, lady. Trust me on this one. Which way? Kaine repeated. The woman pointed at a small building to her right before hitching up her dress and stumbling off in the other direction. Kaine cringed, expecting a stone to come flying from the assembled crowd. Wait, what? Okay. Kaine cringed, expecting a stone to come flying from the assembled crowd, but none came. Her mind was filled with a strange sense of pride as she made her way to the apothecary. But the new emotion had little time to take root, for as soon as she opened the door, she noticed a familiar customer at the counter. It was Demo. He'd clearly been sitting on some kind of family iron because his gang of followers was nowhere to be found. Oh my goodness. What are you doing, you freak? The insult was delivered without force, and Kaine happily ignored it. Stretching on tiptoes to see what the counter, she asked the shopkeeper for the medication. Ha! The old bitch finally killed over. Go to hell, Demo. The boy's eyes grew so wide they seemed ready to fall off his head, but if he were to let a fly come back, or worse, a punch, the apothecary told him to knock it off before he kicked him out of the store. Demo slunk out of the shop, cursing Kaine under his breath. Once he was gone, she allowed herself to breathe once more, taking a brief tour of the shop while the owner prepared her medication. Countless tiny bottles filled the cramped store, each with a label written in some indecipherable language. An ocean of aromas assaulted her nose, creating a scent that was exotic, but not altogether unpleasant. Seeing such a variety of supplies gave Kaine a sense of peace. Surely, in a world so vast, there'd be no place that she could call home. On the far wall beyond the counter rested a portrait of a stunning young girl. The picture once contained bright, vibrant colors, but time had worked its magic and they were beginning to fade. The beauty of the work, however, remained undiminished. You like that picture? Kaine turned to find the apothecary with a small vial of medicine in his hand. His eyes were gentle but sad, and they seemed to stare through into nothing as he spoke. That's my daughter. I sketched her when she was just a little girl. She's been dead a long time now. Kaine didn't know how to respond. She just stared at the portrait and tried to come up with the right words. Pictures are wonderful things, the shopkeeper. They let the ones closest to you live on forever. He shook his head slightly, then looked down at Kaine and smiled. Handing her the medicine, he reached into a sizable green apron and produced a handful of old wax crayons. You should have these. There's no one left that I wish to draw. Kaine took an instinctive step back, causing the shopkeeper's face to darken. Yes, I've heard the rumors about you, he said. It's a small village and word travels quick. Between you and me, I'm not sure what you didn't believe, but I also don't think they matter much. I knew your grandmother, Callie, and I think the way she was driven out of this town is just deplorable. Grandmother's name is Callie? Thought Kaine said. She was still mulling this new fact over in her mind as she reached out and gently took the crayons from the apothecary's hand. Your grandmother's an old friend of mine, he says. Kaine scooted away yet again, and I owe her much. I'm willing to wager that she would like it if you drew a picture of her. Yes, I think that she would like that very much. Kaine Kaine murmured a quiet agreement, but inside her heart was bursting. Never before had a villager treated her with anything but complete contempt. It was a tiny, almost imperceptible step, but it was a step nonetheless, and with enough tiny steps she might one day discover the rest of the world. When Kaine returned home, she found her grandmother asleep in her bed. Her feet were blackened and raw, even bleeding a bit in places, leading Kaine to think that she had been pacing around the room until exhaustion finally caught up with her. She placed the medicine by her grandmother's pillow and turned to leave, but found the old woman's hand clasped around her arm. "Back already, are ya?" asked her grandmother with a yawn. "Come here. Look at you." Grandma sat up and examined Kaine from head to toe. Finally satisfied that nothing terrible had befallen her grandchild, she leaned back and allowed herself to relax. "Well, how was it? Did those bastards give you any trouble?" "It was kind of fun," said Kaine with a small smile. "No, seriously, it was." "It was fun, was it?" asked her grandmother, voice which implied she believed anything but. "Uh-huh. So anytime you need to run an errand, just let me know." As she spoke, Kaine removed the crayons from her pocket. After a brief explanation of their source, she informed her grandmother that she was going to sketch her portrait. "A portrait of me? Ridiculous. No one wants to stare at a wrinkled old crone." "But Grandma, I'll make you look forever." "Horse manure," said Grandma, throwing out to sleep from her bed. "Living forever would just piss me off. I'll put those crayons away and help me with the dinner." But Kaine would not relent, and in the end, Grandmother found herself leaning against the wall of their house as if posing for a master artist. Kaine took up the crayons and eyed her subject carefully. Just as her grandmother was about to nod off, Kaine finished the work. After staring at it for a bit, she released it from her grip and let it slowly drift to the floor. "It's terrible. It doesn't look like you at all." "I'm sorry, Grandma. I thought these crayons would, make drawing easy or something." The old woman's eyes narrowed at her granddaughter's disappointment. "Let me be the judge of that," she said, ignoring the pain in her back and reaching for the paper. The sketch could have been of a person's place. It could have also been a boulder, a lump of clay, or an incredibly misshapen loaf of bread, all rendered in a chaotic array of colors. The old woman stared at the picture for a long time, then slowly wheezed out a laugh. "Oh, Kaine," she said between laughter. "You truly are my blood. You're as clumsy as me, and I love it. But, gosh, I won't hear any more bull about how ugly you think it is. It came from the heart, and I'll treasure it always." True to her word, the old woman gave the picture a place of honor above the kitchen table. In the days that followed, Kaine would often catch her staring at the portrait with a strange smile on her face, an action she interpreted as silent, mocking laughter. A week later, Kaine could stand it no more and asked her grandmother to take their work down. "Posh," said the woman. "I'll take this down when they roll me in my shroud." She pondered this for a bit, then turned to Kaine and dropped to one knee. "Listen to me, girl. Seeing this picture makes me happy in a way I've never felt before. And it makes me want to go on, so that someday you can feel the same happiness." There was a moment that burned itself in Kaine's memory, a perfect blend of pride and love and joy that came together to form a lifelong remembrance. She swore to never forget this moment. To never forget the old woman. To never forget the old woman who had made her place in the world possible. Time moves on. People and memories come in and out of the life like ghosts passing through a hall. But this moment will be different, Kaine swore, because I will remember it forever. Forever. Kaine's dreams. Separation. Kaine listened to the sound of crackling firewood and stared at the black object on her plate. She'd been pushing it around the wooden disc for a good 10 minutes, ignoring the bemused stare of her grandmother. Finally, she summoned her courage and gave the object a brief sniff. A sharp, bitter scent flew up her nostrils and made its home there, causing her face to twist with disgust. "Grandma, I can't believe you want me to eat a bug." The little woman threw some more wood onto the cooking pot and snorted. "It's no bug, you fool. It's a berry." "Why the hell would I be feeding you bugs?" "Yeah, well, it sure looks like a bug," said Kaine. "I think it's burnt or something because it smells terrible." With that, Kaine held her nose and threw the berry in her mouth, chewing as little as possible. "Oh yeah, that's terrible, all right." "Why, you little brat," thought the old woman. "Look at the sass on you. You've been spending too much time with me, and that's a fact." 5 years had passed since the moment when Kaine's grandmother saved her from the bullies. As is often the way with two stubborn people, their relationship had grown in fits and starts, but moved forward all the same. Meals that used to be somber affairs were now filled with laughter and hurled abuse in equal measure. Kaine could not remember a time when she had been happier. As the years went by, Kaine started to shoulder more and more of the daily responsibilities. Her grandmother's legs grew weaker by the day, and she could no longer do many of the chores she used to take for granted. And so this morning found Kaine lacing up her work boots with a breakfast of burned berry rolling through her belly. "Where are you going today?" asked grandmother suddenly. Kaine looked up surprised. The old woman rarely asked for specifics anymore. "Well, I was going to go check out the kelma trees and see if they were ripe. I thought we could make some jam or something." "Oh, I'm going to pick up some flagstones, so I need to take the wheelbarrow." "Flagstones? What in the hell for?" Kaine stared at her grandmother, then held an arm and swept it around their home. Constructed mostly of cloth, rope, and rubble, no place sagged like a boxer in the final round. Grandma, a dying cat could shoot through this house. I'm going to build a stone wall so we have some protection. The old woman laughed, exposing her toothless grin to the world. Goddamn girl, if a bunch of thieves want to ransack this old place, let them come. We got nothing worth stealing anyway. I'm not worried about thieves, I'm worried about shades. People saw one west of the village yesterday. The old woman tilted her head and stared at her granddaughter. Well, shoot. I don't know why you had to do it today. We can worry about it some other. Grandma, no. If I don't go to the Kelmer trees, we won't eat tonight. You know that. A confused expression passed across the old woman's face, and for a moment she was a small child lost to the carnival. Yes, she said, but yes, of course you're right. I'm sorry, Kaine. Lately, it seems my mind is... She didn't finish the thought. Instead, walking over to her nightstand and gently taking the wreath of lunar tears from the drawer. The flower's petals had aged to a brilliant whiteness, and Kaine thought it was more beautiful now than the day she first received it. You're going to be a true woman soon, Grandma said as she placed the flowers in the girl's hair. So that means less chatter about shades and building defensive walls and more about talking about how beautiful you become. Annoyed, Kaine reached up to remove the garland, but the look on her grandmother's face stopped her hand. You're beautiful things, the old woman, and there ain't nothing like you in all the world. I'm very proud of you. Okay, Grandma, that's enough goddamn compliments for one day. Such a mouth on you. Where did that come from? Gee, I wonder. I'll teach you to sass me, girl. No, Grandma. Suddenly, she lurched forward and grabbed Kaine by the ears, pulling her around the room with a crazed grin on her face. Grandma, yelled Kaine in a quaking voice. Grandma, stop it. What the hell? The woman stared at her and blinked and slowly held her wrinkled hands out as if she was the first time she had ever seen them. Oh, I don't know what happened there. I'm sorry, girl. Sometimes my mind just... Kaine thought the look on her grandma's face was the most heartbreaking thing she had ever seen. Listen. Maybe I should stay home after all. No, I won't have you stay here to keep an eye on an old codger like me. You get some fruit in your wall and whatnot, I'll be fine. And when you come back, I'll have a nice grasshopper dinner waiting for you. Kaine rolled her eyes, then kissed her grandmother on the forehead and made ready to depart, trying desperately to ignore the worry that was gnawing at the walls of her heart. Kaine could feel the old woman's eyes watching as she moved down the path. Don't turn around, don't turn around. She told herself, but the end of the temptation was too great. She spun on her heel for one final look and saw a small, bent woman standing in front of a ramshackle hut with a sad expression on her face. God, she looks so old now. It's like the wind could reach down and just carry her away. Kaine worried about her grandmother all day, causing her work to suffer. What little fruit she could collect was tossed carelessly into the wheelbarrow, and Julian found a couple of stones before losing interest in the project. Finally, as dusk approached, she decided to call it a day. Cursing herself for the lack of focus, Kaine pushed the nearly empty wheelbarrow down the path. As she crested the final hill, she suddenly froze in place. The wheelbarrow fell from her fingers and collapsed on its side, sending a few pieces of wrinkled brown fruit rolling back down the hill. Her gaze was transfixed by a thick black cloud that hovered instead. Tracing its path with a finger, Kaine suddenly felt her stomach knotting on itself. No, oh gods, no. Her grandmother's house was ablaze, the flames licking up as if trying to touch the sky itself. Grandma? Grandma? Kaine ran then, faster than she had ever moved in her life. Once she tripped on a stone and went sprawling to the rocky ground, but she leapt to her feet and continued running, unmindful of the blood that swept from her wounded hands and knees. As she got closer and closer, Kaine's mind began to race in time to the footfalls. It's too dark. It's too dark, not just fire. Can't be fire, too much smoke. Gotta save her, gotta save her. She burst into the front yard and came to a sudden halt. Her worst suspicion was confirmed. The thick from the fire was mainly with the thick, inky blackness of an enormous shade. The massive creature supported itself on 3 twisted feet, and she balanced through the means of a large armored tail. Scales, horns, and claws sprouted from its body in a random chaotic pattern, giving it the appearance of a lizard designed by some insane god. Seeing Kaine, it let out a roar and flicked its tail, sending a small whirlwind spinning across the yard. For a moment, the creature retreated into shimmering, inky blackness, as if her mind was unable to comprehend that such a thing could actually exist. But then the smell hit her, a blend of rotted meat and excrement, and the horror became real once more. The creature bellowed again, and this time Kaine responded with a scream of her own. Alright, you bastard, she thought as if her scream echoed off the high cliffs around them. It's you or me, let's go. The shade eyed Kaine with bemused interest. Then it began looking from her to the house and back in, as if urging you to look at the destruction it so gleefully wrought. With dread building in her heart, Kaine glanced towards the house. Through the smoke and fire, she spotted a small figure struggling to escape the ruins. Grandma! At the sound of her voice, the woman began waving frantically. She's alive, thought Kaine. She's alive. Kaine's legs sprang to life as she raced across the yard towards the flaming wreckage of the house. Before she could advance more than a few steps, the shade opened its mouth and let out a roar powerful enough to uproot trees and some of the blinds. The blast sent Kaine tumbling through the air before smashing against the rocky earth. The stars danced in front of her eyes as she tried to remember how her legs worked. Get up. Get up. Get up, get up, get up, get up, get up now! As Kaine started to her feet, the shade stomped towards the house and pinned her grandmother to the ground with the tip of a claw. The old woman struggled to move the claw from her stomach, but she might as well have been pushing a mountain. coughed briefly, sending a small spray of blood into the air, then collapsed to the ground. Her energy spent. Kaine lurched to her feet, only to fall back to earth with a gasp. Her ankles were on fire. One or both of them were surely broken. Ignoring the pain that screamed through her body, she began dragging herself across the ground, leaving a drunken trail of dust and blood in her wake. Grandma, hold on. Just a little longer. Her grandmother's face was turning blue, her eyes rolling back until only the whites were exposed. Kaine pulled herself across the ground with maddening slowness, the distance seeming to increase with every second that passed. The shade glanced between the two when it flicked out his tongue, his giant mouth turned up at the corners. Short, panting breaths belched from somewhere deep inside his core. Bastard, laughing at us. She had no idea how such a mindless creature could experience emotion, but there could be no doubt that the shade was taking joy in their suffering. Yeah, I see your plan. The shade moved his claw slightly, allowing Grandma to breathe again. It was clearly keeping her alive, only to snuff at her life when Kaine was close enough to touch her. I'm gonna kill this bastard. Summoning all her strength, Kaine rose to her feet. There was a sickening snap from her right ankle as the foot twisted backwards, but she forced it from her right and began to hobble towards the monster. Pulling a small knife from the pouch of her waist, she leapt on the foot that pinned her grandmother and plunged the weapon deep. Give her back! She screamed. Give her back to me! It was like stabbing a rock. After a few swipes, the knife broke at the hilt with a dull snap. The shade panted laughter again, then raised his tail and sent it rushing through the air towards the young girl that was latched to his foot. Kaine never had a chance. The tail struck her square in the chest and sent her crashing into the burning wreckage of the home. As she lay on the ground with blood pouring from multiple wounds, a small weak voice spoke up. Kaine? Kaine's vision blurred, but she forced herself to focus on the sound. Finally, her eyes cleared enough for her to make out her grandmother's hand reach out to her through the smoke. Grandma? Kaine, you've got to run. You can't defeat him. Kaine grabbed the hands and held on with all her strength. Grandma, come on, we have to go. The woman coughed loudly. One of her hands, slick with blood, slipped from Kaine's grasp and thumped to the ground below. Grandma? No. No! I said, run, goddammit. You have to. You have to live. You have to get through. The thought would stay forever unfinished. Before she could say another word, the shade's claws descended, smashing through the remnants of the roof and down upon the shattered figure of the old woman. Blood oozed thickly from the grasp of the creature's toe as the terrible putrid smell assaulted Kaine's nose once more. She stared at the foot, dumbfounded, convinced that what she was seeing could not possibly be real. When the creature finally lifted its appendage, all that remained underneath was a twisted, unrecognizable mass of rubble and red. Her grandmother was gone. Kaine blinked, trying to feel the hands which had been in hers just a moment before. For a fleeting instant, she could remember the warmth of that embrace, trembling in the fingers, but then the sensation drifted away on the breeze and was gone. Memories flashed through Kaine's mind, one after the other, faster and faster until it became a meaningless jangle of noise. Kaine screamed then. A thunderous sound that echoed off the cliffs and seemed to roll away forever. The shade eased forward, black ichor pouring from its mouth and dissolving into smoke on the ground below. The earth shook with every step as it crept towards the fray. Kaine's body slowly rose as if controlled by a mad puppet master. Her arms and legs were bent at impossible angles, her head lolled dangerously to the side, yet somehow she managed to stand. Staring at the shade, her eyes began to glow with a deep red fire. The creature, so confident just moments before, took a slow, hesitant step backwards, trying to discern if this broken human could possibly pose a threat. Kaine seized the moment. Laughing like a madwoman, she leapt in the air and plunged the shattered hilt of her knife deep into the leg of the shade. The shade took Kaine off like a fly, sending her crashing to the earth once again. Her chest rose and fell slowly as if a great weight were resting on it. Moist sounds of pain echoed through her mind. Something warm and thick oozed from her ears. Is that blood? I think it is. I think I'm bleeding to death. No, can't die. Grandma told me to live. Deep inside Kaine's mind, something finally broke. The sound, the pain, the smoke and flames, all of it faded away until all that remained was a single incantation repeated over and over again. Kill it. 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 Kill it now. As the spark that was Kaine slowly began to flicker and die, she felt her desire to kill and her desire to live blend into one. The distance between heartbeats grew longer and longer and longer.
Beast approaches.
Oh, I got it.
I love this music. Alright, story time's over. Time to kick some ass.
even survive these past 5 years.
Who cares?
I'm not gonna let this happen again. He dies today.
Wait, hold on. Why is my... Yeah, why is this not set? Excuse me. Dark hand and lance blaze. Probably got the word of it too. But we'll do
Feels
that.
lighter. It's not the blade, but the skill of the user. Strike him down!
I will if you give me the box. And punch. Or squeeze, rather. Phew. Oh, another one. Okay, we're back to story time. Kaine stream encounter. Gently. Weakly. Softly. The shade, sure that his tormentor was dead, turned and stomped off towards the horizon, slopping along the way to bellow one final roll. Couldn't kill it. Sorry, Grandma. Couldn't avenge you. Shamed beyond imagination, Kaine tried to turn her head to the side, but only succeeded in coughing up a huge gout of blood. Skinny, difficult to see, and only after a moment of fierce concentration did she realize their left eye was gone. Laughing to herself, she turned her remaining eye to the ruins of her home and noticed a ragged stump of arm resting a few feet away. Yeah, that's mine, she thought with a mad giggle. This is gonna make Clappy a real bitch. Cried a sudden voice from the depths of her mind. Finally gonna die, are ya? You had it coming. Go to hell, Timo, she thought, the unseen assailant. Go to hell before I pluck out your eyes and feed them to a dog. The voice of her childhood terror evaporated in smoke, only to be replaced by another, more recent voice. Hold still, said the apothecary, materializing from the ruins like a ghost. I want to draw you that way you can live forever. No, stop. Don't want to live forever. Want to die right here. I see, he said calmly. Well, that's how you want it. The spectral shopkeeper floated in and out of existence for a moment, then produced a piece of paper and sketched quickly. After a few seconds, he turned the page to Kaine and smiled. Since you rejected my offer, I decided to draw someone else. This picture of your grandmother, real as life. Kaine opened her mouth to thank the man, but stopped as the picture began to blacken in the middle. Before she could say anything, thousands of multi-legged insects began to swarm across the image, tearing it with sharpened pincers. Stop it. No, don't hurt that picture. Kaine reached out with the remaining arm and waved futilely at the air. To her surprise, the insects fell off the picture into the ground below, where they vanished into tiny black tendrils of smoke. Relieved, Kaine turned her good eye back to the picture, only to open her mouth in a silent scream. The sketch now showed her grandmother she truly was, a smashed, unrecognizable lump of nothing. The apothecary smiled and then broke into a jolly dance. See that? He cries as he dances stick. It's perfect now. She looks just like you. Ha-cha-cha. I look like that? Oh God, I'm gonna die. Drowning in despair, Kaine laid her head back in the mud, and spoke of a ruined house and waited for the end to come. But just before she let everything go, an unfamiliar voice began whispering in her ear. And you got a wish, sunshine? The voice was vulgar and fierce at the same time, as if insanity had somehow found a way to take its form. Kaine wanted to scream as the voice crawled under her skin, but her lungs refused to work. You know, a wish? Like a prayer or something? Why don't you get on your knees and start praying to heaven? Please, invisible man in the sky, save me, save me. Kaine finally resorted to shouting the voice of their mind. I don't make wishes, they don't come true for me. I'm a curse, a freak, I should be left to die. Their voice boomed in her ears. Oh God, you are the best. Kaine glanced down and saw a black, shiny substance oozing from her legs. She tried to brush it away, but her remaining arm would only respond. The substance slowly crept around her feet and then began moving up towards the rest of her body. Is this death? Is this what it's like? Or is my mind just losing itself? She could feel the slime oozing upward, feel the hot, searing pain it felt in its wake. Whatever else might be happening, she was still alive, and this was real. Come on, said the voice. Let go. Kaine tried to ignore the voice and concentrate on the pain, but the newcomer would have none of it. Don't ignore me, sunshine. You're ready to give up, ready to die, so why not let me have it? Have what? Your body. Come on, give it to me. Give it to me. When I stand on the ground, feel the rain, taste the wind. The voice paused, it was licking his lips. When it resumed, it was filled with mad, unabated joy. and I want to take your hands and use them to choke the goddamn life out of people. I want to tear out their throats and bathe in the blood just like before. In response, Kaine shifted her head and vomited. The warmth of it crept down her front and mingled with the plane of the encroaching black ooze. Are you a shade? Yeah, maybe. What of it? The slime reached her face, crept up past her eyes, and slowly oozed into the socket of her missing eye. The moment it touched her brain, Kaine was struck by the most powerful sensation she ever felt in her life. It was ecstasy. She wanted to scream with delight, but all she could manage was a small whispered moan. Feels good, don't it? Asked the voice of Joey. Yeah, what can I say? I know how to please the ladies. Now give me that body. Come on, give me the body. I'll give you more of this feeling. It's a fair trade. A black lump began to protrude from Kaine's side. As she watched, it grew longer and thicker, eventually taking the form of her missing eye. I can see better, she thought. My eye must be growing back too. The slime reached up to envelop the rest of her face, but she managed to brush it away. Stop. She was reminding me how she had regained her voice. Stop. Black ooze hesitated, considering this request, then quickly shimmered down her body before disappearing in a cloud of smoke. Oh, what the hell, Sunshine? She couldn't voice. We had a deal. I thought you wanted to die. Grandma said, I can't die yet. A brief image of her grandmother, bloody and broken, flashed before her eyes. She saw the shade that had killed her and heard its mocking laughter, then closed her eyes and forced the image from her mind. Her whole body was quaking with rage. When she opened her eyes again, they burned bright red. That thing took my grandmother. I had to kill it before I die. Kaine glanced down and saw a mysterious pattern. The pattern of the shades burned itself into her left arm. Well, I'll be damned, said the voice cheerfully. Look at that, Sunshine. I think you and me are going to be good friends now. Kaine stared intently at her arm. The more emotional she felt, the more the letter seemed ready to puncture her skin and began infecting the rest of her body. The arm clearly had a will of its own now. Stop. You gotta stop. Holding her left arm in her right, Kaine took a deep breath and tried to calm herself. Come on, don't fight it, pleaded the voice. It's my favorite dish and I'm hungry. Let it go. Feel the anger. Burn with the fire revenge. Thirst for blood, and then go out there and shut up and get the hell out of my body. Your body. Oh, that's rich, Sunshine. Real rich. Look, why don't you just up and die so I can have this body out of myself? What do you say? Bet those buddy years in the air would love to see you dead. Kaine guarded a nearby shattered glass and tried to saw off the shade-infected portion of her side. Before she could, her darkened left arm grabbed her right wrist, crushing it. Kaine screamed and dropped the shard as the sound of the bone crunching on bone filled the air. Stupid hell, you're possessed now, Sunshine. There ain't no going back. The voice laughed again, a loud, long wail that seemed to go on without end. Possessed? Whispered Kaine. Yeah, possessed. You and me, we got what we might call a timeshare arrangement. Remember how folks used to think you were a freak? Well, wait till they get a load of you now. Kaine looked up in tears in her eyes. The sky seemed smaller, so darker. Is this because of that shade? Is this how they see the world? So, listen. I know this whole possession thing seems a bit sudden, but it ain't all bad. There's plenty of it for you, too. A very powerful creature, Sunshine. And a lot of that power belongs to you. You got enemies? People you want to kill? I can make it happen. The little fat kid who kept picking on you? That big old shade that squashed your granny? We'll wrap them up in their own assholes. No more abuse for you, Sunshine. No more pain. Wait, you're a shade. Why would you help me kill another shade? What, you think I'm some kind of racist? Some killing snob? I don't give a goddamn wheat murder, honey pants. I just want to drink from the well. Kaine considered this as she struggled to her feet, the power of the shade coursing through her. The smoke from her house was drifting away with the wind, and she enjoyed the way the cool evening breeze felt on her new left arm. After a long pause, the voice spoke up again. So, how about it? You and me? We can have some good times together. Look, I wouldn't take care of the bloody part if you don't want. Fuck off, asshole, muttered Kaine. I'll handle the killing. Look, you go. Oh, Sunshine, we're gonna have so much fun. Listen, my name's Tyron. If you ever need me, I'll just be hanging out on this piece of meat you call a heart. Now get to it. The more you kill, the more your heart turns rotten and sour. And I like rotten and sour. Kaine found herself nodding the voice. Yeah, she said. Yeah, I think this can work. But I'll find that shit I'm gonna strangle with its own guts. And when I'm done, I'll do the same to you, Tyrion. Count on it. Fine. I've shit bigger than you, so good luck with that. Oh, and hey, one more thing. Right now, you and me are sharing this body. But if you ever run out of hate, if you ever, go soft, I'm gonna take over everything. So keep on killing, Sunshine, and I'll watch your back. The voice grew fainter and gradually faded away, fading somewhere deep inside Kaine herself. Kaine waited until she was sure the voice was gone, then waved her new left arm around a few times. Feels perfectly normal, she thought. Feels like mine. Desperately, she began poking, prodding at the new limb, determined to find something wrong with it. She didn't want it to feel normal, so that would mean the creature inside her head had already won. I'm not a shade. I'm Kaine. Repeating this mantra in her mind, she slowly began digging through the rubble of her house, being careful to ignore a certain red-stained spot in the corner. Finally, after what seemed like an eternity of her heartbreaking work, she found what she was looking for. It was the wreath of lunar tears. Though it had been through hell and back, the garland petals were as bright as ever. Kaine started to place it in her hair, then slowly lowered the wreath and stared at it. I'm sorry, Grandma. I'm so sorry. But I don't deserve to wear this anymore. I'm possessed, corrupted, a freak. And this time, I don't think there's any going back. Holding the flowers to her heart, Kaine fell to the ground and sobbed. As night gradually lightened into day, to dawn, and the people of the area arose to their daily lives, she remained in that position, as if tears could somehow wash away the horror that now infected her world. Yay.
Alive. Stay alive. Stay alive.
If you insist, Emil.
Grandma? Kaine, you gotta live. You gotta come back to us.
What's up?
Emil, you were the one calling me, huh?
You still recognize me?
Yeah,
Who could
sure.
forget you with a face like that?
I knew you right away.
Thank you. Kaine.
Good to see you, Kaine.
You look like shit. How long has it been?
5 years.
Oh, that's a long time. Any luck with Yona?
We are still no closer to finding her. We need a way to locate the Shadow Lord.
This is for you.
Lunar tears. Did you make this?
It's just a little welcome back gift. It's not much, I know.
It's nothing like the one Grandma used to make, but... oh, hell. Thanks.
Excuse me.
What do you want, bitch?
Popola, we did it. We freed Kaine.
That's great. Listen, can I talk to you for a minute?
No.
This doesn't make sense.
Please, try to understand. People are tired and scared, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry you have to bear the brunt of that.
It's crap.
It's okay. We can sleep outside.
No one's sleeping outside. You and Kaine saved this village, and now they want to run you out?
People are afraid of us. And really, I understand. I mean, look at me.
Well,
As
you're
long
cute.
as you're still with us, I can deal with it. Right, Kaine?
I'm used to sleeping outside.
I'm sorry.
We'll see you later.
We're sorry.
No, you're not. No, you're not. The twins don't give a shit.
What is the matter?
Kaine always sleeps outside. I never thought about that until just now. How could I have not noticed that? How selfish am I?
I wouldn't call you selfish. I would call you more, driven and single-minded.
What the hell is wrong with me?
Driven. Single-minded.
We should turn in.
I wanted to blame Davila for everything. I wanted to grab Popola and strangle her. But anger won't accomplish anything. They said and did what they did for the sake of the village. For the sake of protecting it from the horrifying threat of the shades. If Davila and Popola are to blame, then and I'm equally at fault. Not stopping for a moment to think about Kaine and Neir. For not stopping, sorry. By chlorination, no unusual reading seen, subject to send records directly to the cabinet command room. New medication cycle in 2016. Sleep well? Sure. Well, if you say so. I need to go see David. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, so let's figure out what's going on. Okay, so we still have all our quests and weapons and things, so that's good. It looks like all of our words for the word edit was reset though, which is kind of annoying. So we'll fix that. Yeah, I think Gabby and I think we're using magic cost. I don't know if there's a different one that I was using. Armor break? No, I don't want to do that. Yeah, we'll just do Gabby and Luzka. And we'll set that on everything. Give you Luzka. I don't really use Dark Blast that often, nor do I use Dark Gluttony that much. Execution though. Good shit. Alright, so I apologize. We just have to get ourselves set up again. Okay, and now our weapons here. Oh man. Alright. A hole and which one's the item drop rate? There it is. So put that on. Oh, and I didn't look at my Dragoon Lance actually. We'll do that in a minute. I think Phoenix Dagger, I believe, was the one I was using. So we'll go ahead and we'll set that. Where are you? And then it was the big ass axe, the vile axe that I had, because it just destroys people. Was it not Luxa? Paralyzed, poison, drain HP, confuse. Whatever that does. We can add drop rate. There we go. Right, martial arts. This one I could do. Sure, plus 30%. Sounds good to me. What are all these? Again, physical defense plus 30%. I could do physical defense plus 30%. Oh wait, no. We want to have the recovery rate. Oh gosh, I could do another 30%. Oh jeez. What else do I have? I think let's do it. I don't know if it stacks or not, but let's do it. There we go. And also, real quick, we got documents, I believe. Right. Yeah. We got love letters, letter from the mayor and the forest of myth. Right, that's the dream one. Wedding invitation? Okay, so we still have all the documents, which means that we have the research things. So I want to look through those real quick. Yes, we read this before. Long-term storage of 6, progress score of 7. Alright. Letter far away. Cultivating Fraser. Alright, that one. Letter from Emil. Right. Okay, so that's weird. I thought at the end of the game last time it said it gave me Gestalt records, but I don't see those. So that's That's a bummer. Cool. Look how much deck I have. I suppose I could use that to figure out if this thing is stacking or not, but whatever. Okay, Vile Axe, Phoenix. Alright, I wonder if I... Gold Moonflower Seed? Oh, that's nice. 900 gold. Oh, how's my... Do I... Yeah, I still have a crap ton of money. Do I still have all my things? Yes, I do. Okay. Cool, cool. Okay. Our farm is ready for the picking. I'll plant some things later. Let's go take a save real quick. Oop, what's that? We probably need this, right? Oh, or not. Did I really beat the I probably was using health salves or something like that when I was fighting the Shadow Lord. Okay. Here we go. So, since we don't really... We're not going to have any side quests to do, so we should actually be able to go through this fairly quickly, I would think. So that's exciting. Alright, let's go talk to the dumbasses. What? Oh. Well, where's... Oh, right, Devil is down here, right? Right, there she is. Hey, Horrible. How's it going? So, here's a question. Why does Devil and Popola help me? If they're supposed to... Like, they're helping me get to the Shadow Lord? Even though... I don't know. I mean, I had to assume, somewhat, that my character would be a body that the Shadow Lord would want to possess? It's kind of my assumption here. Like, if Yona is for the Shadow Lord's shady daughter, then it would make sense that maybe me. Oh. Okay. We're missing those boss trophies now. Since I guess technically we haven't fought them. Hey. Oh, hi. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Yes. Yep. Yay, boats. Will do. I do want to do one thing though. I know. But before I do that, I want to go see if excuse me. I want to go see if the Aerie has anything. Yeah, okay. Because like I didn't really visit the area until I had to last time. And so that little marketplace that they have, I wonder if that's there even now or not. You know? Oh wait, whoa. Derp. So nice that it's free of charge.
Sup?
Okay, bring me to the Northern Plains, please. So I want to go to the area, and I want to look around, because I never really explored it. And I have a hunch. So I mean, the thing keeping me from upgrading certain weapons is that I'm missing eagle eggs, right? And so I'm thinking that if anywhere would have an eagle, it might be the area. Maybe? Like it makes sense to me that would be the case, because it's a high place, you know. Like birds like high places and stuff. So that's what I'm thinking.
This is the village from the dream.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Truly a nightmare I hope never to experience again.
I hear you.
Wrong place, sorry. Didn't mean to go here. It's been so long since I've been to the area that I forgot how to get to it. Womp womp. Though I guess it... Wait, was it the last one that I did? I think it was. I think that's right. Alright, let's go take care of these. Thunk. Delicious boar meat. But yeah, anyway, so if you're paying attention to the Twitch feed today, you'll see that initially I thought that I wasn't going to be streaming at all, or at least not streaming until like past 10. And then it turned out that the plans I'd made and whatnot were not going to last as long as I thought they were going to. So instead, I got so loud. Instead, I got on a little earlier than I thought. So see, now we know that that wreath is from the grandma, and Kaine never built her damn wall. Okay, there are no bats anymore, it seems. So that's unfortunate. Okay, iron ore. So I'm thinking I want to explore like that thing over there and everything like that. Basically, I'm on the lookout for shinies or red boxes to work. Oh, I think it is set up over there. Okay, one sec. I want to go. There are boxes over by the Neir's house, if I remember right.
My wife's been acting kind of...
Because she's a shit. Because she's a shade, my friend. Is that right? You don't say anything? Really? Punk. Of all people. I would... Well, actually, that works. That's basically where I wanted to go. Maybe the box was over here.
Don't talk to me!
Yeah, here's the box. What we got? Tomato seed, okay.
Oh, that child's just fine.
What? Oh, that child's just fine? Oh, you mean Kaine? So that's probably somebody who's already possessed by a shade. So how many of the villagers are possessed now? Nothing.
Go away! We don't want to go outside!
Okay.
Who's that?
I don't know. It's my buddy Emil. He's just a floating skelly head. These boxes. Pumpkin seed. Okay. Alright then. Alright. No boxes over here for me to break, right? Nope. Okay. What did these guys say? Anything?
Go away! We don't want to go outside!
Okay.
Who's that?
Nope.
Oh, that child's just fine.
Okay. That person's definitely possessed. Okay, and then we have all this. Right, a little marketplace.
Hey!
You sell pumpkins and eggplants. Cool. And tomatoes.
Sup?
Okay. Nothing that I really need.
Man, I was so tired of holing up indoors.
Well, maybe you should have stayed indoor, my friend.
Yo!
Yeah, you don't have anything. You didn't have anything before.
Hey!
What do you sell? I could use some more fertilizer, actually. Thanks. And then there's this guard, but I don't really want to talk to him, just in case it triggers anything. I mean, it really shouldn't, because I'm not collecting keys yet.
I'd almost forgotten what the breeze felt like.
Yeah, whatever, you shade. Okay, I want to go this way. Thinking maybe I can... Maybe I'll find some form of eagle bird or eagle egg here. I mean, with a name like the Airy, right? Like, it would make some degree of sense, I think, for me to find that item here. Okay, nothing here. Okay, boxes. Wheat seedling, alright. Nothing. Another herb. Nothing. Okay. Let's see, a watermelon seed, okay. What about here? Nothing? Nothing. Bell pepper, okay. And then the bridge cell, right. Huh. So I can't actually get over there. Okay. So I guess that was a bust. I was thinking maybe I could buy an eagle egg, but I guess I mean, I still think that it must be here somewhere, like in the area. I don't know the word. Just the name of the place itself makes me think of birds. So, but maybe it just, oops. Maybe it just doesn't spawn very often. So I'll have to come back and try again or something like that. Alright, well anyway, we're gonna continue the story now then. So we're gonna end up going to Lost Shrine and beating the crap out of Kaine's Shade. That's the plan. Whoa. Are eagle nests not a thing, or eagle wings? Oh, no, there aren't any eagle enemies, less good of a life. It's more just finding items on the ground, and they're shinies. But I need an eagle egg in order to upgrade my my sword Faith up to the level 4 for the last level. And I have a hunch that it's in the area here to find that, but I think it probably only spawns every now and then. But this is a really good game though. I'm playing it blind right now, and I've already beaten it once through, and now it has multiple endings, so I'm doing a second run up through, and I already ran into like differences with some added stuff, which is cool. So I don't know if you've played any of the other, well, not any other stuff, but I haven't played any of the Traction Guard games, but I played Neir Automata and put a solid like 80 or so hours into that and really loved it. So when I found a chance to get this game, I got it. And I did a pretty good job of not spoiling things for myself on the internet or anything, so it's been a really, really enjoyable experience to play this so far. Alright, the boat's over this way. For the most part, all the items seem to be dropping from enemies. Whoops, wait, I'm going the wrong way again.
I wish I could leave this place.
Oops. Yeep. And let's go to the Lost Shrine.
Sup?
Here we go. Yeah, Automata deserves the hype. It's so good.
The Lost Shrine is at the other end of this cave.
And the Shadow Lord's castle lies just beyond.
Let us make haste.
Yeah, I put I can't remember if I just said this or not. But I put about 80 hours into playing Automata and got all 26 endings that it has. There's like four or five real ones, and then a bunch of joke endings that are really funny. But gameplay-wise, it's really good. Oh, ooh, new content. Hansel and Gretel. Oh, we're getting like background info on the shades now. Awesome. But yeah. I don't have the... Oh, no. I hate how the technology report ones always go away so quickly. I want to read them. But Neir Automata definitely has some degree of spoilers for this game, I think. So I recognize certain characters from it. But you can collect reports of like the project that's being undergone as like the main plot, or the background stuff to this game in Automata. So I know a little bit about like the Project Gestalt stuff. So it's made it really interesting to play this game and find out all the story from this side of things too. But yeah, I don't think you need to play, I mean, I didn't, you don't need to play this game before you play Automata if you wanted to, because you can play Automata and just enjoy it as much as you want. But there are definitely things like Easter egg kind of things and connections between the two games that. Wait, did I just use not? Oh, I'm an idiot. And of course it fades away right as I decide to go back down. Derp. But yeah, there are connections between them. Like the floating skelly head guy right there. Emil shows up again in Automata as a character. The twins, Davila and Popola, show up again. I don't... Kaine gets mentioned by Emil, but she doesn't show up herself. But it's definitely... I really like the story of this. The thing... if you like... I don't know if I want to call it immersion, but... with... Oop, hold on. Oh, this guy's depressed. Is he making friends? I like this though. This is like when in Neir Automata, when you beat it once, you play over again with 9S, and you get similar things like this, where you get to see the enemy's side of things. Oop! I hear ya. Okay, I think I want to use execution for a bit. But yeah, good games. Good games. I think I picked up... I think I picked this up from... whoops. Oh, hey, come back. For maybe like 25 or 30 bucks from a GameStop, I think. So it wasn't too expensive. I think it's just... the game is a little bit harder to find, I think. And I think it sells for near full price on like Amazon and stuff. It's been a while since I looked though. But yeah, if you see Automata on sale though, I would definitely recommend it. It's wicked fun. Oop, new word. Consera, magic defense plus 15%. Cool. Yeah, we used the defense capsule last time, I think. There we go. Right. Alright, let's collect items. Come on, enemies, spawn away. Herb. Nothing. Nothing again. Wait, hey, you, come back. But yeah, I also, the combat wasn't as easy at the start of the game. I think I don't know if I'm over leveled, but I did all 100% of the side quests and the weapon collection during my first playthrough, just because I like to do that. And oops, I need to pull it first. And so I'm level 33 or something now, and most of the enemies die in like one hit to me. So, and I kill bosses pretty quick too, which is fun. Makes it really easy to get the achievements for killing them quickly. Oops. Come on.
This is all too easy.
I'm almost disappointed.
I'm not. Let's screw up people. Maybe start for a bit. Who are you shooting at, Emil? There. I'm pretty sure there's enemies gonna spawn in a second. Right? No? Nothing there. Oh, wait, I should have gone the other way first. Should go the other way first. Nothing? No, right. Okay. Oop. But yeah, anyway, I kind of interrupted my own conversation before with that guy. But yeah, the immersion and like the attention to detail in this game is really, really, really good. Like all the NPCs have kind of like not like they have their own lives going on. Almost not as like ridiculously in depth as like games like the Elder Scrolls and stuff, where you know they actually have schedules and stuff. But every NPC does have like a life, I suppose. And if you talk to the NPCs often, like as you progress through the game, like their dialogue changes and you can kind of follow their story. And it's that kind of attention to detail stuff that makes me really, really love this game. That and I think the combat's fun. So. It also does. It's kind of fun how it pays homage to a couple of different things every now and then. Like Emil's mansion is like a Resident Evil, yeah, like the first Resident Evil kind of style things, almost, with the way the graphics are and the camera and just the overall feel of everything. Come on, push it, please. Eat. But it is fun. So, we're gonna go beat up Gretel. Why are you talking to me?
Who are these guys?
Dead?
Their bodies aren't fully functioning.
I've heard of this. A cursed area where incomplete shades gather.
Oh. Kaine's Shade is talking. Cool. That's new. Oh, I know. I love this music. The music in this game alone makes it worth buying and playing, I think. I don't think I've... Can I jump through here? Ah, never went this way before. Yeah, no, this... the composer for this game, Keiji Okabe, did the music for this game as well as the music for Automata. I don't know if you like anime at all, but they're also the composer for Yuki Yuna as a Hero, and like all that music is very like epic and fantastic. Like let's see, I don't know if when you started tuning in, but if you tuned in during the boss fight before, the boss music is really good, and I'm about to go fight another boss once I get through this area, so you'll get to hear it if you didn't. But yeah, the only music, or the only area in this game that the music, I really like it, but it's really loud and doesn't feel like it fits as well to me, is the place I was at when you tuned in about the Eagles, the Aerie. The music works really well for when I have to fight bosses there, which is really the only times I ever went back to the Aerie during my first run through when I was getting ending A. But it works really well for the bosses there, but it's less so as just background noise. But yeah, it should. Let me think. Yeah, it shouldn't take me more than like another 5 minutes, I think, to get to the boss, because we're almost to the top of the shrine. And once we're there, we'll get to have, there's 2 bosses to fight, actually. Come on. But you can look up, if like you go on YouTube or something like that and you look up Keiji Okabe, you can get like the full soundtracks like this game, Automata, all the other like background music and OST stuff he's done. And it's all super good. Similar, what's her name? Oh shoot, I can't believe I'm forgetting the person's name. Oh my gosh, why am I blanking? There's another composer whose work is very similar to this guy's. It's actually gonna bother me, so one sec. I'm just gonna see composer. I'm just gonna queue up a search on my laptop tonight. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, there's like little story segments in this game that are always kind of fun. Oop. Hi, boss. Well, this isn't a real boss, but... Oh shit, I just one-shotted him. Oh gosh. That isn't the real boss music. That's just the big enemy music. Yeah. Yeah, so Kaine, hey, can we get in the thing? Her arm's crazy and whatnot. She's possessed by a shade, and we're actually going to. I don't know if she's freed from it or not. We're gonna end up fighting it though. The top. Yeah. Oh, the bad thing is that was just Dark Hand. It wasn't even. Ooh, hold on. Oh, he's making friends, or she. Oop, and then he hears me. Yikes. How much, so, I'm just wondering if, like, some of the stuff that they're talking about, like the enemies having that conversation, is going to make less sense, since you haven't seen the ending.
Emil, I want you to... Look.
Sorry, I'm just gonna let him
sorry,
talk.
alright?
Sorry for what?
I'm going to talk to the villagers. I want them to let you in.
Oh, it's no big deal. Right, Kaine?
I'm used to it.
Well, you shouldn't be. It's crap, and it needs to change.
I wish everyone felt the same way. It's all right, really. I like camping out with Kaine. It's kind of fun, in a weird way. Sometimes we sit around the fire and tell stories, or roast...
Emil, that's enough! I got a fucking image to maintain.
Sorry. I don't know how much you care about spoilers, because, like, some of the stuff that the shades are talking about probably won't make as much sense if you haven't seen the ending, like in the explanation at the end of ending A. So like, I can give you a quick, or at least my interpretation of what's going on with that if you want. But that's up to you, I suppose. Like you're going to be getting some spoilers anyway, since this is where I am right now. It's actually technically halfway through the game, or I guess 150% of the way through the game, because I beat it once and it starts you over at the halfway point. But with all your stuff though, so it's not like you lose anything. think that should be okay. Hi. Okay. So basically, we're in a... I don't know if we're in a computer program or something, but essentially, we're not real. And so humanity basically died off due to some reason, some disease or something or another. And the way that people decided to try to save themselves was like essentially uploading their consciousness into a thing and then having their souls be put into like bodies when they were ready. And so the bodies are the gestalts, and so that's what like I am and what basically every person who looks like a human in this world is. And the actual humans are the shades, like those are the souls. And so the shades talking about like them being formed as like incomplete, or what they were just saying there about like the incomplete gestalts and stuff, and not going through the right ways and things like that makes a lot more sense when you know that the shades are actually humans who are basically waiting to be put into bodies. So like it's interesting because like kind of being like partially possessed is kind of interesting in that context, I think. But my the main plot of the story though here is I'm the dad of this little girl named Yona, and I'm trying my best to save her because she...
Just kick him aside.
But so she has the disease called the Black Scrawl, which is basically the start of a shade possession, from what I understand. And it's basically like I think it's like the Gestalt getting ready to have a human be put into them. And so I'm trying to save my daughter from being turned into a shade, basically. Because, you know, obviously I think that I am a human and stuff because I don't know any better. And so halfway through the game, the Shadow Lord shows up, and the boss is right there here, so I'm just going to finish my explanation before I have to actually concentrate. The Shadow Lord shows up, and he takes Yona, my daughter, away. And so she's been with him for 5 years, because there's a 5-year gap between the first half and the second half of the game. So that's the quick TLDR on that. But it actually relates to Automata, so like right after this boss fight, when I don't have to think about it too much anymore, I can go into that a little. Oh, we get subtitles for what he's saying now. We didn't have that the first time through the game. Okay, so now he's protecting his friends. Yeah. Alright, you want to see OP. Vile Axe here. Oh, but I get to... He has dialogue now that I can see on the top. Stop the game.
These are creatures of the darkness. Lure them to the light. Pathetic to the end, I see.
Aim for that stone statue. It's the leader.
Okay, I just wanted the dialogue. So basically he got a family, or she, and now we're here to kill them and murder them, like the good people we are.
Oh, you're funny. I'm gonna start crying here.
Okay, so anyway, speaking of OP, the Vile Axe is my most powerful weapon, so let's hit him once with it. Oh, come on, wait, I have to get him into the light first so he can actually be damaged. Yeah, so that was one hit.
Felt the beast.
Oh, this is one stubborn son of a bitch.
Damn it, damn it!
Hey there, sunshine. Feeling bad for this freak, are ya? Ain't no turning back now. You gotta lust for blood. You gotta embrace the slaughter. All we know is the thrill of battle. Ain't that right, Kaine?
And the shape is in Kaine is a freak. Oops, wrong weapon. Poke. Let her rip.
Oh, you're kidding me!
Punk. Da 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 da.
Kaine, are you alright? We've got to get help.
I fear there is little we can do.
She's fine.
No! Kaine! Get back.
What is that?
It's all over for you, sunshine.
Kaine! Kaine!
Alright. Do you have dialogue, or are you just a weirdo?
Kaine's shade!
We've no other choice. We must strike it down.
Oh wait, I forgot.
Please come back!
Wall, I want to lower its magic cost. And where's the thing? One of these, or no, okay. What? What? Does he not? He doesn't have any dialogue? Okay. If he has no dialogue, then I'll just kill him. But no, no, no. The lance. The lance of victory. Alright, asswipe.
Stay your blade. Magic is required against this foe.
Okay.
Oh dear.
Hole be gone.
I couldn't hold it back. I can't be with you.
We're always going to be together, Kaine. If you transform again, we'll just stop it again, as many times as it takes. I don't care how tough it is, we're gonna get you back! I like sleeping outside because I'm with you, Kaine! I'm able to ignore my appearance and keep going because of you! I'm weak and sad and lonely, but somehow you make me strong! You're my friend and I need you, so you can't go away!
Stop.
All right. All right. Stop crying. Thank you. I'm all right.
Also, this music, right? Love it so much. Alright. Mysterious stone fragment. I love ice. But yeah, so another fun connection between this game and the other one is so the person we're talking to now, Popola, is a twin with Devola. And they're in charge of making sure that Project Gestalt works, basically. Right? It's so good. That song actually plays in a Neir Automata in one of the locations you can find through one of the side quests. That has to do with a meal later on. Stone Guardian. Yes, let us go forth and rampage. Easiest. But yeah, so Popola and Devola are in Automata are a set of twins that you meet, and you find out that there's multiples of them because they're androids and everything like that, built to watch over humanity and try to make sure things work out. And so in Neir Automata you can collect all the Gestalt reports just like throughout the world, and you get little fragments of the story about what's basically going on in the real world during this game, or during the real world that like kind of led up to this being a thing. So it's really cool. This story is really neat. I think, well, I can't remember which YouTube channel it is, but I know I've seen it in like related videos before. Let's do the junk heap. I don't want to do the Force of Myth yet. Sorry, just lost my train of thought. Right, YouTube. There's a YouTube video, I believe, that I've seen like related stuff. I haven't actually watched it, but that just like it's like 20 minutes long or so, and it goes through like all the lore of the Drakengard and the Neir series. So I think that after I beat this game's 4 endings, I might watch that, because I don't know if I'm gonna be able to play Drakengard or not. Because I don't know if I can find a copy, and I don't even know what system it is for, actually, to be honest. So. But I do enjoy these games. They're really good. So, if you do, and I don't know what systems you have, but if you do end up getting Automata for the PC, I've heard that there are problems with it sometimes. I have it for the PC. I heard that there are problems sometimes with playing it, But if you get this thing called the FAR fix, F-A-R, and have that installed, then you shouldn't have any problems. So that's how I played it. It has like a whatchamacallit, like a full screen fix, as well as like some frame rate things and other stuff that I guess were problems that didn't get fixed by the developers or something. I'm not really sure, or they just didn't get patched. But the FAR fix fixes it all, and I didn't have any problems with the game when I played it. So yeah. So if that was something that was keeping you from possibly picking up or something like that, then I didn't have any problems with it when I used the FAR fix. So that affects any decision as well. What do I have the wall? No, I have the lance on right now. Yeah, I also heard that I haven't tried it yet, but the hard modes on these games are definitely not meant to be played the first time you play them. I'm on normal, and I got my ass handed to me a few times when I was just figuring out the controls and stuff at the beginning of the game when I first started playing. They're pretty good once you get used to them. But I definitely got my ass handed to me, and like in this one, I've heard that the hard mode is rather difficult and very hard to do. But in Automata, you basically die in one hit, so it's not something you should do until you're actually like really good with the combat, which doesn't take too long. Automata in particular has a really fun combat system, and like the dodge mechanics and stuff work really well, so you can go a long time without ever getting hit. So the hard mode's actually pretty viable. But I actually did there's a boss. Oop, are we about to get a new cutscene? Is this new? Yes, this is new.
Where'd they go? Get him! Don't let him escape!
Aw, they're hugging.
There's something over there!
Is this the robot that, or is this the shit that pilots the robot later? I wonder if that's the robot that pilots the boss later. Wait. Oh. Hey, it is.
Who are you? Military Defense Robot P-33. You are an intruder. You must be eliminated. Error. There is something leaking from your eyes. What is crying? Who is Mom? My creator is also dead. He perished hundreds of years ago. 874 years, 10 months, 14 days.
I'm gonna have to, I'm sorry. Not yet.
44 minutes.
Oh no.
I am incapable of being or missing others or crying. You will die. Why will they kill you? kill Khalil. Military defense robot P-33.
Yeah, military robot defense. Good big brother
P-33
robot.
is charged with defending others. P-33 will defend Khalil.
DP. That's like one of the best parts about these games is like you play through your first playthrough and you're fighting the enemies and they're just enemies that don't matter at all or anything, and then you do your second playthrough and you start to get the side from the or you start to see things from the other side too, and you get the stories of everything. So good.
Yeah, but I don't know how much we can actually use.
Oh wow! Check this out! It looks brand new!
Hey, be careful there.
I'm fine!
Oh no.
Huh?
Look out!
Jacob! Jacob, no! No, this can't be happening!
F.
No!
And thus began Gideon's descent into madness.
The noise of the intruders caused the structure to fail. They should have proceeded with more caution. One intruder has perished.
Look at that shade. What a good shade. Background on those two, the two humans, or yeah, the two brothers there. They are.
Junk heap.
Oops.
Perhaps we should speak to the brothers. They might know something about this.
You meet them in the first half of the game, and you go and you search for their mom, who has ran away with a lover and dies in the junk heap. So the brothers then continue to survive by selling things and etc. and whatnot. But obviously after that incident, things changed a little bit, and now we have here Crazy Gideon.
Oh, hello again.
Womp womp. He just wants to kill robots, ripping them up. Right about again. Nope, won't talk to you anyway. Wait, he is? Yeah, okay. Thank you. I already had it, but thank you. Dialogue changed. Shh, these things happen this. I like the self-awareness of it all. Show the powerless right away. Right. Uh-huh. Yep. Memory alloy. Thank you. Oh, I wish I could. I wish I could eliminate Gideon. He is completely crazy. But he's also really useful because he is the guy who upgrades our weapons. So let's see here. I got this a while ago. 353? Okay. Yeah. So, let's see. Iron pipe. Wait, I thought I upgraded that before. Maybe not. Oh no, I didn't have the iron pipe before. I'm thinking of the other thing. We need more dented metal bats, iron ores, more clocks and things, giant eggs. Oh, this one's good. Sure. Thank you. Oh, and I can go to level 3 for that. Yes, please. Hey, what'd I get? Upgraded 5 weapons to their maximum level. Cool. Okay, and now we're back to where we were, where we still need many other things. Okay, cool. Yeah, the reason I was talking about eagle eggs is because I need 1 in order to upgrade this to level 3. And it's like my favorite spear, so I want to upgrade it. But yeah, Gideon is completely crazy, but he's also rather useful. So, let's see. How's the Drew Lance compared to this? Not as good. Yeah, yes. Yeah, I like MMO. MMO Junkie was a good show. Definitely enjoyed it. Oh, thanks, man. Thanks for the follow. Yeah. I really want them to make more of MMO Junkie. Whoa, what?
About the older lad.
I just got a memory alloy just because.
He died protecting the only family.
Why did the game just do that?
It's a damn shame.
It just gave me it. That's weird. But, okay. I mean, sure. I won't ask questions. If the game just wants to... I stream... Well... I stream almost every night, I suppose. Almost every night. I don't typically stream... Like, Thursdays are a pot shot for me. Oop. Oh, we got cute baby shade. 1 sec. What's ship?
A seagoing vessel that carries freight and passengers over bodies of water.
All the shade is teaching the robot things. That's so cute.
You have taught me much, Kallio. You have helped to expand my vocabulary. You have instructed me in the ways of the outside world.
Do it. Go on an adventure.
Because we are friends.
Duh. Sorry. Thursdays is a coin flip for me because I played trivia with some friends, and so normally when I get home, I'm a few drinks in, and then I don't always stream. But if I do, sometimes I stream VR chat, just because when I'm a little bit buzzed, it's more likely for me to go and chat to random people. And then Mondays, normally if I stream kind of late with because I watch Nags21's community streams. He's a VR chat YouTuber guy, and so I tend to tune into those, and those last like from like 7 to either 9 or 10, depending on it. But most other nights, if I can manage it, then I hop on stream. And then on the weekends, it's kind of like I normally stream at least in the afternoon or so on Saturdays and sometimes Sundays. Though that I tend to start halfway through the day or so and maybe take a couple breaks every now and then because a lot of anime that I'm watching comes out on Saturday. So I put aside some time for that. Oh, right, he wants me to do the letter. Right. But, yeah. Oop, I don't like the... I hear my audio messing up. What's going on? Is my machine running some random Windows updated background? Sorry, I'm getting, like, stuttering on my audio. I don't know if it's doing that for you or not. Is Windows doing something stupid? Is that why? Because I feel like that's probably why. I don't know if it is not doing it to you. Then maybe I'll just live with it. But it's obnoxious. to me. I think that there must be something going on with that. Yeah, no, that's really not holy shit. Okay, Andrew, what's going on? Why are you doing this? Is it a Java update? Is that please go away, Java. I don't handle. Was it really that? Dropping music. It's still really good, but it's also still really annoying. Why are you doing this to me? Machine, what are you doing? Why are you using up like 25% of everything? Great. I think Windows is indexing files. It's indexing like 1 meg hard drives, and that's why it's happening. Okay. If you just hold on 1 sec, I'm just gonna make that stop. So the stream's gonna kill itself for a second. I'll be right